What's up, nerds? OBD back for MTG Next Door for day 2 of Mystery Booster Box 2. I went through all the cards I opened yesterday, and I found there was a lot of stuff in there. So these are kind of like the notable mentions, that cards I didn't have before that I thought were cool. Some that I think are evil and I'll never play. But like Sliver of Hope, you know, doing tricks with slivers is kind of awesome. Stitch asked to trade for this. I probably will trade him for this. So spoiler alert, this probably ain't going to be much longer. This one is going to go directly into that Tom Bombadil deck that I'm building for the all the sagas and whatnot. This one I just thought was hysterical. The Toddler Rage for blocking. This I will never play this. Just so you know, this will never be in one of my decks. I hate land destruction. I just think it's deflating. I don't know. I hate board wipes. I understand their place in the game. This just seems unkind. This was cool. I love playing cards off the top of the deck. Anytime you can like cheat something in, or have it outside your hand. I know people are like complaining about this online, but I kind of like the contrast of the white border with this like legendary card or whatever. I think that's cool. It looks cool to me. I don't know, but I'm a new player. I don't have any affinity for like old cards. Ponder, good card. I did not have, even though it's a common. It was just weird that I didn't have it. Tempest Caller, tap down all all of an opponent's creatures. Yes, please, more of that. This one was cool. I like so the wording. It took me a while to understand the wording, just because I guess this is maybe like a throwback to the original printing. But take anyone's summon creature card from your discard pile and put that card into play. So basically, just revive something out of your graveyard and put it onto the battlefield. That could be hugely valuable. You know, get a big bad dragon or something like that. This was cool. I don't do zombie stuff very often, but sacrifice a creature, search for a zombie and a swamp. If you have a bunch of tokens, I could see where this is like super powerful. That was really cool. This was fun. You know, just basically call your guys back into battle to protect you. If these guys are ready, they can bring anybody else back to block. Loved it. This thing is just disgusting. You kill it, it just copies itself with trample. Gross. This one isn't here just because it was like, it looked like when I scanned it into the TCG Player app, it came back as like a $6-7 card. It looks interesting. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but anyway. This looks gross for for a mill strategy. Man, I just could. I don't know if I could bring myself to play mill, but if I do, this will be in there because it'll have to be like a mill kill strategy, because I don't think mill in Commander is gonna work unless you're able to like mill simultaneously everybody's cards. This seemed fun. Gain 2 life, and then you can sack it immediately to get rid of somebody else's artifact or enchantment that's bothering you. Snap. Okay, this is just great when you pay 2 and then you get to untap 2 lands. I mean, why would you ever not play this? Because it's just going to get you your money back. Forked Lightning. This sounds gross, especially if you have like a red commander or some sort of buff on the field that you can like multiply this or increase the damage, because you can just choose where it goes. Where's the downside? Nowhere. This guy was interesting to me. Each opponent equal to the devotion to red, so you could just basically just burn people to death toward the end of the game if you're doing like a mono red, like with this Forked Lightning. Yeah, that could be super nasty. Swarm of Rats. Just it's a one health creature, right? But the fact that it could be like 20 something or whatever when it drops, it's kind of nasty. This was interesting. Just anytime you can like discount cards is good, but it's just interesting that it's a white card calling for blue and green spells costing one generic mana less. Nonetheless, cool. This thing is wild to me. Basically, so it has haste. You basically drop it, run it into something, hopefully crush a little guy across the board. As long as anger is in your graveyard and you control a mountain, creatures you control have haste. So basically, Yeah, man, just everybody just immediately running across the board as soon as you get them. This was probably my favorite card that I pulled, Tireless Provisioner. I mean, Landfall, who doesn't want a food or a treasure token for free every turn? Just ramp, 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 right? Reality Shift, great card. This was interesting. Search your library for 3 creature cards, put them into your graveyard, shuffle your library afterwards. So if you have like recursion from your graveyard or whatever, no downside. And I know I'm going long on this video, but you know, just deal with it because I'm enjoying these new cards, so you get to enjoy them with me. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that because it's just a made up word and it doesn't matter. Just drawing in black, I guess, is hard to do. Just seemed like a cool card, especially if you got like a life gain black deck or whatever. Look at the top 3 cards. You may reveal land. Anyway, this is just kind of cool for Planeswalker type stuff. I'm getting more into playing Planeswalkers just because they're fun. They're slow, but they're fun. Underworld Breach. Okay, so this was just... I had to think about this for a while. You know, so basically it just comes in for 2, and thank you, Stitch, for pointing out where the cost of these stupid feature site cards are. 1 in a red. Each card in your graveyard has escape. The escape cost is equal to the card's mana value plus exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. I mean, this is like an end of the game kind of card. Comes in 1 turn, and then at the end you have to get rid of it. But you can just, you know, all those creatures that got board wiped or whatever throughout the game, your like key pieces or you know, whatever, legendary characters or copy spells or whatever. They just come back. I mean, it's going to be a hefty mana turn, but I mean, by the time you get like round 6 or 7, hopefully you've got your base in place. But anyway, this is another Wild Hydra. I mean, I'm beginning to really see the power in these Hydra creature cards. Sorry. So basically, it just has its own little built-in fog, and it gets stronger every time. So you do damage to it, nope, and it gets stronger. This was kind of a cool thing with, I guess this would be like a Voltron strategy you would use with this one. So when it swings in, your opponents make little 1/1 red survivors that can't attack you or your planeswalkers. So basically, you're filling the board and having them do your dirty work for you. It protects them a little bit, but they can't swing them at you. And then if this guy dies, you get all those little survivors. Kind of cool. Why did I like this? Discard any number of cards, draw that many cards. Deals X damage to opponent, where X is the number of land cards to your graveyard. Okay, so again, another red Bernie kind of spell. Liked it. But anyway, those were the cards from yesterday that I really, really liked and I would use. There's still a big pile of stuff over here that's all kind of whatever, man. It is what it is. 2, 3, and 4. So 6 for today. We'll put this out of the way. All right, so these are the last 2 on the left-hand side. I don't know if anybody cares about that, like box mapping. I don't think there is a way to like figure out how this box was mapped because it's completely random. But anyway. All right, Devout Witness, Ethereal Armor, Frost Trickster, Cloud Djinn, Filth, Apprentice Necromancer. I mean, I guess you do have to train for that. You can't just like jump into necromancy. Flowstone Hellion, Firebelly Changeling. I guess he ate too much Taco Bell. Bushwhack, Dawn Treader Elk, Seaside Citadel, Questing Beast. Okay, this is a mythic. 2 and 2 green, legendary creature beast. Vigilance. Oh wow, Vigilance, Death Touch, and Haste. Questing Beast can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Combat damage that would be dealt by creatures you control can't be prevented. Well, that's something. Okay, I'm liking this card. Whenever Questing Beast deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target planeswalker that player controls. Well, that's just nasty. All right, well, you are going to go into the row of I like that. Once upon a time, 1 in a green. If this spell is the first spell you've cast this game, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. That's always great. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom. Kind of cool. Again, that has to be in your opening hand. Equilibrium. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you may pay 1. If you do, return target creature to its owner's hand. Oh, that's just gross. It's like, hey, here's a creature, +1. Get rid of that. Processing plant. Oh, that looks nasty. Land. Ulamog's power plant. What? Okay. Processing plant enters the battlefield tapped. When processing a plant enters the battlefield, you may put a card an opponent owns from exile into that player's graveyard. If you do, untap processing plant. Otherwise, exile the top card of each opponent's library. What? Okay, I'll have to read that later. I don't think my brain is braining right now. That seems weird and complex, and maybe I haven't had enough coffee. Anyway, whatever. All right, so we got what is that? Whipcorder. Okay. Afterlife, Command of Unsummoning, Experimental Augury, Ambition's Cost, Putrid Goblin, Slavering, whatever, Flame Elemental, Wall of Roots, Symbiosis, Angel of Despair, and Narset's Reversal. All right, so it's for 2 blue. Copy target instant or sorcery spell, then return it to its owner's hand. You may choose new targets for the copy. Okay, that's kind of cool. Look at the dog! Comet Stellar Pup. Okay, for 2 and a red and a white. I think this is one of the... Maybe this is one of those like Unfinity cards or something. I'm not sure. Legendary Planeswalker Comet. So for 0, roll a 6-sided die. 1 or 2 gets a +2. Then create 2 1/1 green squirrel tokens. They gain haste until the end of turn. If you roll a 3, it's a -1. Then return a card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. 4 or 5, Comet Stellar Pup deals damage equal to the number of loyalty counters on him to a creature or player, then -2. And then if you roll a 6, it's a +1. You may activate Comet Stellar Pup's loyalty ability 2 more times this turn. Well, that's just wonderful. Okay, well, you are a good boy. You go there. Cabal Ritual. So for 1 and a black, add 3 black. Or add 5 instead if 7 or more cards are in your... Well, that is just fancy. All right, Hish of the Snake Cult. All right, there's a legendary creature snake. Nagas and serpents you control are snakes. Will errata this to be true? Okay. I just love that's in parentheses. Snakes you control have Daunt, Death Touch, and Poisonous 2. Well, that's just fine and dandy. A creature with Daunt can't be blocked by creatures with power of 2 or less. When a creature with Poisonous 2 deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters. Well, how do you do? That's just nasty. I know this video is going long. I apologize, but what else are you going to do today? Watch my video. Enjoy it. All right. So, Angelic Favor. Settle Beyond Reality. That is cool art. Curse of Verbosity. Cephalid Broker. Mesmeric Fiend. Crippling Fatigue. Raging Minotaur. Mog Maniac, Compost, Timberland Ancient, Signal Pest, and then Watsy hates me because I can't pronounce it. Whatever this God of Victory, I don't care. Make fun of me in the comments. I don't give a rip. Anyway, Legendary Creature God, Indestructible. As long as your devotion to red and white is less than 7. Iroas isn't a creature. Creatures you control have menace. Well, that's cool. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to attacking creatures you control. Well, that is just fancy. Okay, I can't say your name, but I like your card. Carther's Crusade. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Well, that is just great. All right, and then Goblin Charbelcher. It's going to burp up Char. 3 and tap, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land card. Goblin card Charbelcher deals damage equal to the number of non-land cards revealed this way to any target. If the revealed land card was a mountain, Goblin Charbelcher deals double that damage instead. Put the revealed cards on the bottom of your library. That's kind of cool. I mean, what if you like had one goblin all the way at the one mountain card all the way at the bottom of your deck? You draw everything and just like, okay, nuke everything, or nuke one person. Your wish is my command. It's a sorcery for 1 and a blue. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your sideboard. If you cast a modal spell this way, you may choose an additional mode. Commander doesn't have sideboard, so I guess that's standard, maybe. I don't know. That I won't be using that, but thanks. All right, still got a couple more packs. Slaughter the Strong, Warrior Encore. Sorry, this is hard to read. Pemin's Aura, Legacy's Allure. Oh gosh, that dude's tongue, look at that, nasty. That looks like old like D&D art right there, like from one of the, like a manual. Raider's Wake, Withered Wretch, Burning Cloak, Sparksmith, Moment's Peace. Is that a Moment's Peace? Or is that just a weird symbol there? Like, look. Is that supposed to be a Moment's Peace? Anyway. Quirion Rager, Scuttlebutt, Balance. For one and a white. Each player chooses a number of lands he or she controls equal to the number of lands controlled by the player who controls the fewest. Then sacrifices the rest. Players discard cards and sacrifice creatures the same way. Interesting. So if somebody's getting out of control, you can check them at the door a little bit. Interesting. Very interesting. Gitaxian Probe. Look at target player's hand. Draw a card. Okay, so I guess a Phyrexian means you can pay life or the color, I guess. I don't know. Smokestack. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a suit counter on Smokestack. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a permanent for each suit counter on Smokestack. Whoa, that could get rough. Omnipresent Imposter. The creature's very basic. Basic creature shapeshifter for 2. Changeling, Omnipresent Imposter has all card names. Okay. As you search your library for one or more cards, you may choose Omnipresent Imposter as one of those cards. For example, if you search for 2 land cards, you may find Omnipresent Imposter and a land card. Interesting. I mean, like, if you need mana, why would you go for that guy? But I guess, yeah, maybe. Oh, wow. Okay. My mind's starting to kind of wander with the possibilities of that. That's cool. That's cool. I like it. All right. 2 more packs, then we'll be done for the day. That is right. 4, 5, 6. Yep. Recumbent Bliss, Elite Scale Guard, Compulsion, Flux, Scrapwork Rager, Orzhov Enforcer, Sabertooth Wyvern, Goblin Cratermaker, Hero's Bane. Oh, another Hydra. Okay, and I will be reading that later. Cartouche of Strength. Cartouche. Urborg Volcano. Archivist of Ogma. I got a couple of these out of my Baldur's Gate box, but whatever. It's fine. Whenever an opponent searches the library, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Not bad. Leyline of Sanctity. If this is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield. You have hexproof. La-di-da, don't touch me. Seeker of Skybreak. As a creature elf for 1 and a green. Untap target creature. Okay. Not horrible. Wrath of Leknif. It's a sorcery for 1, 2 white and a blue. Destroy all creatures. They can't be regenerated. Untap up to 4 lands you control. Huh. I mean, I was just saying it earlier. I like cards that untap. That is not an expensive board wipe either. Well, I might change my mind on board wipes after that card. Okay. Bond of Discipline, and this is our last pack. Stasis Snare, Cephalid Illusionist, Supreme Will, Order of Yawgmoth, Severed Strands, Tybalt Rakish Instigator, Skewer the Critics, Kurion Dryad, Night Soil, Junkyard Genius, and Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Each opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until that player has exiled cards with a total mana value of 20 or more. That could be huge, especially if you hit like a big land patch or something like that in their deck. You could just keep on discarding cards. So like there are ways to mill in this game. There are, but it's just not all that great. All right, so we got a Planeswalker. Narset, Parter of Veils. For 1 and 2 green is 5 whatever legendary points. I'm sorry, I don't Planeswalker affiliation point. I don't remember what it's called. Shut up. Each opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn. That's gross. Just clog the drain. -2, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a non-creature, non-land card from among them. Put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of the library in random order. Okay. Scale Lord Reckoner. Ooh, it's a dragon. Look at that bad guy. All right. So he's 3 and 2 white. Flying, whenever a dragon you control becomes a target of a spell or ability, an opponent controls, destroy target non-land permanent that player controls. You kill me, I kill you right back. I like him. Arcanum Things. Artifact equipment for 1 and a white, sorry. Equipment creature has flying. Equipped creature has flying. Equipped to equipment swap for 2 and a white. Exchanges equipment with an equipment card in your hand. If this equipment was attached to a creature, that could be interesting. So just like quick change an equipment in your hand depending on what it is. Like oh my gosh, what is that stupid big hammer that equips for 10? Oh, that could be gross. Anyway, I know this video is going long. I apologize. I'm having fun with these cards. Yeah, as somebody who's trying to collect older, more random cards, there's so many cards in all of Magic that I have just never seen before. Most of these fall into that category. I will read these tonight, and maybe I'll make a smaller list than this of cards that I like out of these. But anyway, sorry for the long video. Hope you enjoy it. I'll be back with 6 more packs tomorrow. Okay, bye.